bleeding on the brain, permanent damage to his brain, him not surviving the surgery. These were the risks that we had to take in order to give him the best chance at living. We always spoke about having a few kids.
I know the amount of fun that can be had with more kids in a family.
Then along came Tommy. Then I fell pregnant with Kristian, and Kristian was born at 32 weeks and he needed help with his breathing. So straight from the get-go, he's had a battle. He was sitting and playing, and I noticed, when you get a chill.
He was having tremors and all this kind of stuff, and it was like, what's happening? You don't know what's going on.
Kristian presented to our colleagues in neurology. He had some weakness, some abnormal movements in his face and his eyes, and they were concerned and organized some imaging that they hoped was something more benign.
They didn't know exactly what it was. They just knew that there was a mass there that was getting bigger. And they said, we're going to refer you to oncology. That's when we met Dr. Jordan Hansford. He said, so he's the mystery man.
We thought this was a concerning lesion in his brain that on further investigation and biopsy by our neurosurgeons was proven to be a high-grade glioma.
One of the worst tumours that you can have in the worst location.
High-grade glioma is a terminal diagnosis in virtually all children who have it.
We started intensive chemotherapy the next week, which was really awful. At that point, he was very, very ill. He's developed hemiplegia, so there was no movement to the right side of his body. His left eye was completely closed. He was deteriorating day by day.
When a child is unhealthy, I don't think there could be anything worse.
He was so little. He was 16 months old, and it hit us hard.
The standard chemotherapy didn't work, and he progressed through that over time.
In that time, Jordan discussed genetic sequencing testing.
To see if they could find anything in the DNA that might have, triggered something or whatever.
Through the trials that we organised, it was shown that he had a very novel change in his tumour called an N-track fusion.
Jordan found that there is a trial that actually treats that gene fusion, so that was sort of basically a new hope for us.
Within days, we could see a change. His eyes started to open up and he was starting to be more vocal and happy. They did a scan and it showed that there was a decrease in the tumour.
Finally, the tide was turning a little bit.
Oh, we were overjoyed.
Yeah, we're forever grateful.
It is really a partnership across medicine with government, industry, and philanthropy. It's only with those supports we can offer more and more and more clinical trials to get access to newer and more innovative treatments. It is the way of the future, and we need it to be better for these children with brain tumours.
We're just so incredibly fortunate that Jordan has been able to conduct this research. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are today.
The kids, they're innocent, they're angels. If there's anything anyone can do to help them, I think that's an amazing thing to do. Great act.